Kwa mtu kama mimi. What do you tell people who don't believe there is something like depression as you are talking about?
I think it's hard to accept something maybe you've not experienced or you have experienced from a point of denial, because depression is definitely real. The statistics are there to prove there's been enough people who have taken their own lives, unfortunately, because of depression and other mental disorders. So it's not something that is easy to accept if you haven't really experienced it. And then depression is also a spectrum. You know, there's the normal kind of depression all of us kind of get when you're broke, you know, or when you're just having a tough time. You kind of get a little depressed, but it might not be as serious as clinical depression. Clinical depression is somebody who, they can't even leave the bed. They can't take care of themselves. That's how bad it has gotten.
Talking of Instagram, umepata DM recently?
Depends ni DM ya ina gani.
Unajua tu.
Sijui.
Okay, sawa, umejifanya ujui. You're a beautiful Kenyan woman. Na unajua huku nje hatukosangi. Watu wengi wanafikiria vitu tofauti na mimi. Because mimi najua. Mimi najua wewe sikizana na mimi. Itakuwa ngumu. It will be quite a wild experience. Okay, jokes aside. Are you in a relationship?
No, at the moment.
Not at the moment. Hey. Na Kenya, kwani what are we doing? Eli. What are you doing?
Man, hata I'm wondering sana. Hiyo
kitu wana macho.
Inaniuliza maswali mingi. Hujapata mtu amekuja inbox bana?
Shida sio kukuja, shida ni kukuja correctly.
Unapata gani?
Wenye wanakuja incorrectly. Mani incorrectly.
Nakutumia picha.
Send please.
Send pics.
Where? Okay. Okay.
Ukisema correctly, mtu anawezaje kuja? Umesema incorrectly, right? Mtu anawezaje kuja correctly?
By the way, what is the correct way?
What's the correct way?
I think with respect first and foremost. I think society has made this space of kukatiana so aggressive, you know. And back to what we had said, you have to be willing that unaweza ambiwa no and you're ready to accept it. But I think respect is a very big thing for almost all women. Like, you first have to approach with some kind of respect first, and don't come with assumptions like nisha kwa dem yako, you know, because when you're coming and we've talked 3 sentences and you want pictures and it's like, bro, I don't know you.
Okay. So I want to give Bob an exercise. Bob?
Okay.
Bob, we are assuming you are single. I don't know if you are single or not. We are assuming you are single.
Today I'm dating.
Listen.
Pole.
Ni mimi hapa hivyo ndo nakupatia guidelines.
Okay.
And I need her to tell us if that's the correct medium to approach or not. So I just need you to pick up. Tuna assume uko Instagram.
You're going to hell, bro.
Let's do it, bana. I'm invested. I need to say this.
Come again.
I need you to pick up.
In Kiswahili maybe.
Nataka umkatie.
Ni kwa literally pick up. Okay.
Wow.
I was like, okay, it's Jesus Christ. I don't know even how. I've been out of the game for the longest time ever.
And I'm bringing you back. You're bringing up to the basics, man. So.
No, man. Hey. This spotlight moja unanianika kia nani?
Vile inafaa.
In a DM.
Yeah, in a DM. So we are doing this guys, this is live Tinder. This is live Tinder. Hapa hivi tunafanya mambo live as is assuming to be texting, hapa sitakuwa tunaona maneno and actions. So Bob, over to you.
My God, how the most respectful way, because you have said a respectful way. Hey, that's a tough one. Because if I say
no, stop thinking, Bob. Stop thinking.
I'm trying to think.
Just go ahead. Just be you, man. Just be you.
DM nitakuwa tu morning. That is not so lame.
Okay, I mean,
Oh my God.
are you the weatherman? Okay, good morning.
Yeah. I may reply good morning.
Hey, bro. This is tough for me, man. Hebu nisaidie ndugu yangu. How do you know about this,
bro.
Because you know already I have a perspective in my mind.
It's
because
not about
she
the
said
perspective.
She needs
No, but you're
someone to be.
overthinking it. Just be yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself,
If
man.
I
Let's
be
go.
myself, baby girl, this one will go very south so quickly.
Let's go south.
Let's
Let's go south. Let's go south.
Morning, beautiful.
Good morning.
Can I replace your nose ring with the fingering?
Blocked. Blocked. Blocked this guy. What is that? That was so bad.
I told you itaenda south ukadhani mimi. Nilisema itaenda south Buddha ukadhani ni mchezo bro. Sasa
But okay.
Why?
But I like it. Can I replace your nose ring with the fingering? I just think everything is about how you say it. Ume sound kama pav.
Okay.
How about we do this?
Yeah.
Let me try something.
Mr. Romance.
It's not even about being romantic. I'm trying to use your exact lines. Yeah.
Hata tuone venye pia unakula blocking.
Hata nikikula bro, nimefanya mjengo mablocks nimekula.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Haley, and I was just going through by your Instagram, and I was fascinated by what I saw. And one thing that stood out for me was your nose ring, and I think it was very, very beautiful. Can I add you another ring?
Oh, what kind of ring?
Ooh.
A finger ring.
Damn. I mean, maybe. It's true. It's the delivery. It's definitely the delivery.
Oh.
It's the delivery.
Yeah. That was not so aggressive. It was like, damn.
Bro. I'm Bob. I'm aggressive in everything. Bro. We am aggressive day in, day out. Straight to the point. Say no. You're only blocking, bro. I breathe in, breathe out. Buddha, next. Victim for the
Same line.
Okay. That was beautiful. That was amazing. So you let me bado nasink hiyo mstari huo jamaa. Okay. How long have you been single?
Well, depends who
Okay.
you ask.
Okay.
Unauliza about the lifespan bro ya kwa single.
The point is that I am single right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay, sitakuuliza what happened. Juu inaweza kuwa ni story nyingine ndefu sana, but who was wrong in the last relationship?
I mean, isn't the man always wrong?
You
No, that was on a light note. But maybe true. I just think it was one of those things whereby we just fell apart.
You fell apart.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens and it's okay.
Okay. You just generalize it so simply. Fell apart. You don't want to go back then.
No.
Are you over it?
I am in the process, I guess.
Hey, Kwani how many years does it take to
You know how sometimes you are over it, then the weather
Unakutana.
changes, you miss your ex.
Usikawai. Usikawai.
True.
Pika chapati kula bro.
But yeah, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. So you're ready to go in the game?
Ooh, I mean, the dating game, maybe the relationship game, maybe not yet.
Dating and
What-
relationships,
what-
difference yake ni gani? ama dating ama unaelewa dating vile mimi naelewa. Unajua mi kuna mtu aliniambia dating yako ni sio hivyo. Jumia I was like, hey, dating si ni kwenda nje mnakula chakula mnarudi home, sio ndio dating ama?
Yeah, I mean, dating is like being in that space where you're interacting with people. But relationships are relationship. You know, this is your person, and there's all the stuff that comes with it. So I don't feel like I'm ready to be in a relationship, but I am open to dating.
Free lunches?
Yeah, free.
Not, you know, first of all, dates don't always have to be lunch,
Dinner basi.
or food, or food.
Okay.
Specifically.
Unaenda date kudu?
Okay, we can have a drink. We can go to Karura and have a walk. We can go to... There's so many places where they even play
Walk.
I think
games.
anafaa kuanza kuona soaps. Kwani niko dry aje?
Mnaenda
It's not
kutembea.
even about soaps. Use your Instagram well. There's so many hidden gems of Nairobi that you can go to. You can go watch a movie.
So tuna watch na movie njaa.
Sebu nikuulize.
See, now since you have such an issue with food, I mean,
Mimi napenda chakula
then
bro.
why are we... then good, bring the food.
Yeah, hapo kwa chakula ndio muhimu. Kwa hicho.
Yeah.
Are friendly dates a thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, why not?
Okay. That was just a question by the way.
Inakaa exposure. Ama inakaa nini? Kwani why nini?
Zizi mimi nauliza tu.
So what do you think, on a serious note now, where we find this generation right now, people, nikiwa mmoja wao, acha kwanza nijishtaki. People who unaambiwa unakuja unachinjia DMS, akikwambia no, you make zero efforts za kurudi hapo. Nakwambia una step ukiendanga. You know, tulikuwa where will some ladies, then to me, some ladies expect for the first time you approach them, wanacheza hard to get and sema no, anataka uende ustago urudi tena. What do you think is making the dating scene specifically in Kenya, wacha tu nisiende other nini, specifically in Kenya, where guy when na hii niko na statistics, some ladies have issues when wanasema no and the guy doesn't go back to pursue them.
I don't like people like this because I really think it dilutes for a lot of people when you want to play games like those where I say no but then you insist until I say yes, because in the basic sense it should just be like, if it's a no, it's a no, and if it's I need more time, it's I need more time.
To do what?
Okay, because, you know, especially like if we've met for the first time, so maybe it's not that I dislike you, but I would like to know you more before I can decide. You understand? So instead of saying no, that's the best thing to tell you is, okay, can I get to know you a little bit more first before we progress anywhere else? Just let me know you a little bit more. But I don't think you should use those no games because it doesn't go well for certain people. Like there are certain situations where not regarding consent ends up very badly, and that's why I feel like even as women I challenge my fellow women not to play those games. Like if you really have met a guy and he's hit on you and you're not ready to say yes but also you don't want to say no, then just say I need some more time, like let me talk to you a little bit more, let's DM a little bit more before we can move on, but don't play those pretense games. Yeah.
So hapo hivyo I like to disagree with you kwa point fulani. Unajua the thing with women, I'll just say this honestly as I can, unajua when you're approaching a lady and a lady says no, then umetoka hapo hivyo umeapproach another lady, hiyo kitu inamfanyanga feel vibaya in a sense that okay, maybe she doesn't want you but she also felt nice when she was part of the option. Naget. So inafika pale msichana anaona ni kama kwani unipendi saizi or something. Naget. So anaweza taka ushinde hapo hivyo ukirudi.
Buddha, get no time for that. Nafaa nitafute pesa, bro.
I actually agree with you. Like, why are we wasting each other's time?
But kuna mademo wanataka ngapi
hiyo?
hiyo?
Like kufili hivyo bro, mimi naenda kufili utamu kwa mbele nikiendanga. Acha mchezo bana.
Achana na watu wanakuwaste time.
But sadly in this generation. Yeah, that sums up about 90% of the ladies. Maybe you're part of the 10 better percent.
10 So Mr. Romantic. So let's go to the still deep in this relationship thing. Hii swali nitakuuliza aje ndugu yangu. Okay. I hope itatoka politely. And me look for some ni construct in a nice way. What is that one thing a guy has done for you that you feel appreciated, you felt loved, and you felt for him? Pause. And tell us also 3 things that zilikuwa 3 si 1. 3 things then someone has done for you, then you can run to the other side of the coin.
Okay. 3 things that made you reject or accept.
Yeah.
Okay. I think to reject lies are a big thing.
But okay. Acha ninyamaze.
And disrespect.
That's a huge, okay.
The third one would be just, there's people, Hadi, you wonder who raised you. Just the way they conduct themselves, the way they just appear in everything, from how they are looking to how they are talking. It's not giving. No, like for real, like, I mean, just have yourself put together a little bit, Okay, let's do the positives. Positives would be compliments. Compliments are really nice. I also think somebody going out of their box in like ways like they want to spend time with you. It can't just be Netflix and chill. Like, surely.
Like to Netflix, first party chill delete.
Buy a card game or something. Like the chill can be there, but it doesn't always have to be chill, like Netflix and it can
Netflix
be.
Netflix
it can be Showmax and Run. Just saying.
But that's the same as Netflix.
You're joking, bro.
Anyway,
no, I was just saying.
Creative men. We are looking for men who are they know things. Like you can have
explore.
Yeah, and you can have an interesting conversation. Oni mtu wako anajua a few things about our current life of today. Also, another thing is, which weirdly comes off very attractive when a guy can do it right, is teaching. A guy who can teach you something patiently. So beautiful. But then it's not those ones for your boyfriend's teaching you how to drive and the relationship is over because you're yelling at me. But with patience, it's very attractive. There's something very attractive about that. Somebody being patient enough to teach you something. It could be cooking, it could be driving, it could be anything, skate, it just could be anything, but there's just something very cute about that.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Romantic, unakaa uko na zwali wewe.
Azizi, me, I'm just agreeing with her, but unajua, what she's actually looking for, I'll just generalize it. You need an emotionally mature man.
Preach.
Yes. Sasa hiyo ni general sasa tena. Bro, sitaingia hiyo topic juu sasa tunaishi hapa. Wewe sasa ndio nani? Wewe ndio nani?
Hizo vitu zote hizo ame explain.
Mimi nimeshika. Do you measure maturity and immaturity?
Kuna emotionally maturity na kuna.
How do you even measure that?
Bro.
Wewe wacheni bana. Anyway, acha mimi nikae tu in my dark world I accept. Sawa. But okay. Final question. Na hii ni a relationship bado. How much what is the most posh something umetumia do mob you have done for your person ever? I don't know ni present, I don't know ni past ni just generally in your life.
Okay. I think I've actually ever thrown like a party for my boyfriend. Like it was full on like food, drinks,
birthday,
yeah, full birthday.
Full birthday.
Yeah. well, if you're looking at it in terms of costs, that
Yeah.
one was definitely the most expensive.
Wow.
But yeah.
Unajua mimi na umset jaifanya birthday. Like yeah, for real.
I bet you're too manly.
No, it's not about being manly.
Ni options ana.
Kuna watu
Hakuna watu
birthday.
Hapo kwa birthday si story na manly. Ni time tu. Unajua lazima to keep in unless ikuje on a weekend.
Hey.
So plans studio.
Let me ask something. How much does a guy need to spend on you on the first date?
Okay. Honestly, I don't think there's an amount because I believe you can have a first date that doesn't even cost anything, you know. So I don't think there's like an expectation of like a guy has to have to spend this much. Honestly, I don't think so, because what if our date was tulipata na Uhuru Park, tukabuy like soda and whatever, tukakapo hivyo, tukachapa story, tukajibamba, and that's our first date.
Oh, so you are the minimum bare girlfriend?
No, please. No, please. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like liking somebody is not directly proportional to their financial contribution. Okay. But is it important to date somebody who is at least financially at your level?
Yeah.
At your level. Like that's what I'd say. But I don't think I would judge somebody of how much they spent on the first day. In fact, maybe if you spent a lot is when I'd probably be like, hi, what's wrong with you?
Hey. So unajua wanasemanga the first impression matters ama?
Sindio, kwani
Yeah, but you see, okay,
everywhere.
but let me give you this, right?
Yeah, talk to
you've blown 100,000 on one date.
Yeah.
That's a very tricky first impression because, like, is this how you normally spend all your money? How much money are you? What do you do exactly that you're able to
Wash.
do this? Yeah. So I think it can go the extreme also. Like, you can probably spend too much and become suspicious because, yeah.
So like hiyo ndio swali nilikuwa nauliza, like what's the moderate amount enye msa kitumia, you'll be like iko sawa?
Honestly, I think the best way for me to answer that question would be, I would hope that this guy is spending within his means. I think that's what would disappoint me. If I found out situations at CG, you took me on a date and then you had to walk home, or CG what, I feel like that's so silly, because why are you doing this? Like, spend enough, like, because you see, I think deciding on a date is a discussion, right? So if you're inviting me on a date, and first of all, that's the first thing, when you invite a girl on a date, please suggest somewhere you can afford to go. Don't ask someone unataka twende wapi, and then sasa mimi nikwambie some really expensive restaurant and you're like sasa unaona madem. But I think you say like, there's this place I usually go for lunch or for drinks, I'd like to go with you. So just choose something within your means.
Within your means.
Yeah.
But sana nasikia siku hizi it's actually better for the girl to pick a spot, because unajua there've been previous cases of femicides,
safety.
nini, so inakonga best like asking a girl to pick up a place, alafu sasa your place ndio ana feel comfortable nini. Yeah,
sure, but then that's what I'm saying. You have to understand, when you're asking a girl to pick a place, she could pick literally anywhere, even a place you can't afford. And if it's a safety thing, well, I think if the guy picked the place, how I would look at it from a safety standpoint would be, is this a public place? Is this somewhere I know, you know? It's not, I think it becomes tricky when I ask you to choose and then you're like, come to my house. See, now that's where the security starts to come in, because it's
kuja
like,
kwa nyumba,
or sijui, let's hang out in my car.
in my car.
And it's like, those ones are tricky. But if you
Like on a
picked,
tin.
if you picked a place I can actually pinpoint on Google Maps and bring myself, I can share location with a friend and be like, this is where we are going to be. That's comfortable.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So yeah.
Hiyo si mbaya, do umekataa kujibu swali yangu, but ni sawa. I won't hold you to it. So when going on a first date or any date, do you expect to be sent transport money?
It depends with where you live, Bana. If you're asking me to come the corner of Rongai, hey, we have to discuss.
Rongai, mutoke go DM.
We have to discuss. Anyway, I think it also just depends with pia where you are at. You know, maybe wewe uko na uwezo, naweza jipeleka hadi Nakuru kama uko ndio umeniita. But then unaweza kuwa umekatia dem mwenye genuinely penye yako haezi. So I feel like transport is just it's a discussion. Kuna mwenye anahitaji na kuna mwenye hahitaji, but it's always nice to offer.
Yeah, it's always nice to offer. So Bob unasikia wewe ukiita na date tafadhali tumia msichana wenyewe pesa ya Uber. Usipandishe mtoto wenyewe Super Metro. Anakuja sikiza utamwempower na una meet siku ya kwanza. Kwani utakuwa umempower nini?
Acha tumie dola yake siku ya kwanza. Kwani tunashinda tukizungusha hii topic?
When was the last time you were on a date?
Mimi?
Yeah.
Hey bro.
Yeah, that's why.
Tumia msichana transport bus.
That's why.
Can you imagine?
Send the transport and then you can have a date.
Easy.
Mtoto wenyewe amefinyana huko nyuma kwa Super Metro anakuja hapo tena kwa.
Imagine umejirembesha, umejitengeneza, ukwe smart.
Hapo tutaiagree.
Sasa sijui unashukishwa sijui wapi.
Hapo OTC. Anapigwa ngeta na nyungu
ya simu. Mix zangu zimefika Super Metro. Kaya yako imefika pia Super Metro. Tukutane hapo katikati. Okay. On a serious note, this channel sana we always talk about the boy child, and this is one of the things that we want at least society to understand. What's your take of what's going on in the society about the boy child right now? Like saying naona the second lady nilikam kurealize nilikuwa nashindwa ni organizations gani zina work na a boy child, because we always hear about the the girl child hapo nini like mpaka NGO zote like 90 and something, over 95% naweza mention, but if I tell you to name 2-3 that talks about what are men going through, what are young boys going through, we don't really have a common ground. I don't understand. So ndio nilikuwa nataka kuuliza, what is your take on this boy child issue in Kenya right now?
I think one of the biggest problems with the boy child is toxic masculinity.
There is nothing like toxic masculinity. Mbona hiyo idea unatoanga wapi?
Anyway, let me answer the question.
Okay.
Because you see, if you can't even accept that a man can struggle with mental health, then how will you join an organization that specifically helps men with mental health? You can't, because you don't even accept
men are not experienced mental health peke yake hapa hivi. Tuko na issues mingi in the society.
Okay, but anyway, my point is, I do agree that there needs to be more support for men out there. I also believe that there are a few people who have really used social media to push certain agendas that make it difficult for the men that need help to reach out for help. Even because, okay, maybe because I work in that space, there are spaces for men. A lot of them are in churches. First of all, but there are spaces for men. There's different like there's a program called Man Enough that works with guys to help them and also help them with networking. There's fathers who have programs specifically for dads and their sons. There's also sports groups that are for men only. And there's also like traditional groups, like for example, well, from my tribe, Kikuyu, when the boys are going through circumcision, there's those groups that they usually form where they get to have conversations. So first of all, there are resources there. But then society, the way social media specifically has been set up is we can't keep talking about like this space for men where it's safe to go to.
Why is it?
Because when you start, there's already a lot of people, like there's a lady called Usikimye. She helps with issues of domestic violence and sexual violence. But it's not just for women, for all genders. She's worked with some young men quite a bit. But then you know actually every time she posts stories of like a boy who was raped, for example, and they've rescued them, the comments, they always explain why it's becoming so difficult. Like it's just so many toxic comments where they're just like blaming even the victim, you understand? And that makes it harder for people who actually need help to stand up. If I can't stand up as a man and be like, hey, mazeni mefika mwisho, sina job, sina biashara, sina vile, sina namna. Ukishaanza kusema hivyo unaambiwa wewe ni mwanaume na gani, toka huko nje tafuta kitu ya kufanya. Yet I should be able to stand up and say sijui vile naweza move, na response yenye watu wanakupea ni check out here, wanaweza kusaidia, wanaweza So I think the problem with the boy child is society just needs to accept that the boy child also needs help and love and empathy, and it's okay.
Kuna hiyo organization Second Lady alianzisha, kuna initiative ameanzisha specifically, it's about the boy child, because hata yeye mwenyewe alirealize in the society tuko na issue na boy child. She has been the forefront. She's the first person najua kuwa in a political ama wherever in the government amekuwa kipush that agenda. So because there are a lot of things that are going on apart from just where we talk about suicide and mental health, okay, kuko na issues zingine enye boy child also passes through. So this has been going on for like 2 years, which lakini mimi nilikam when was it? I think it was this year or last year December. That's why I came across her should I call it an organization really? Initiative, just initiative, which is going on well, and I hope it's going on well. In your spaces umesema where kuko na few. Why is it I find it so funny unasema someone commenting something negative hapo kwa comment in stop young men ama young boys being helped, na still ukienda kwa segment ungalie kwa girl child, trust me hizo comments zote hazikuangi same, hazikuangi always positive. True. Let's not pick point. Post mwenye anasikia anasikia kusaidia atasaidia, mwenye feel it akicomment it's okay, anatafuta attraction and wherever, and anafanya hiyo post na go more, because in Kenya now I realize sometimes memes zinafanyanga wonders. Unaweza say something negative about someone and it gets help somewhere else uko mbele. Like kuna story this guy mwenye nyumba yake ili flood, kuna people walikuwa na like the guy was there with the president at wali tap legs and wherever, alikuwa hapo anafaa angeitisha something for what? Mimi nimeinvitiwa, kwani don't you think I deserve nini? Nafaa kwenda because mimi ni mwanaume nafaa kwenda nikiongea about my problem? No. But when an issue comes now, mkikam tukishikana, we're helping someone, that makes sense to me. The same way nasema hiyo issue yako, wherever mwenye na comment, let him comment wherever, it's own opinion. But it's a high time I feel they should always watu wafaa kuja forefront, not fearing to speak these things out.
So I think it's what you've said, right? So even the initiative has been started by the second lady.
Yeah.
It's sad that it's a woman who's doing this initiative. Where are the men in this? You see, that's what I'm saying. You see, if it's a comment about a lady being raped and there's negative comments, in between all those negative comments, there's a lot of positive comments from women supporting this person, encouraging this person. In the same way, when it's happening to a young boy, you'd expect, as much as there'll always be negative comments, there should be more men encouraging, posting positivity, posting something to motivate. I think a lot of times we are afraid to even challenge men more in this whole journey of the boy child. Because you as a man, like, what are you doing to support that boy child? What are you doing to support these initiatives? Why does it have to be the second lady is the one who's starting an initiative to help young men? Yet majority of our leaders are men. You see, why are we not seeing them come up with stuff to help? Because there's so many women doing those things for women, which makes a lot of sense. So then you would think that kuna mzae somebody who would be like, mi hata nimejitolea kusaidia wanaume kama mimi. But I think the problem comes from not even being able to accept that men can have problems. They're just supposed to be tough. There should be nothing that shakes them. So when you can't accept that men have problems, it's hard to help them.
It's quite unfortunate. Yeah, and ni kweli, I understand where you say you're coming from, ukisema most of the men are not supporting, but also we are raising a different generation. You're going to be a dad, I'm going to be a dad, and you're going to be a mom one day or another. I don't know, hiyo ni mental yangu because kuna watu wanasemanga wataki kuwa na watoi, but I'm assuming, okay? So if we don't start this negotiation, we don't start talking about these things, our watu wata open up. So it's the high time, I feel, in the social medias we should start talking about these issues. And ukipatana na organizations na kutana boy child, contact me, nitaweka link yao, nitaweka website zao, whoever who needs help atakutana na hapo hivyo. Sinifiti. I don't think I have any other question for you, unless Ellie has, or you have a question for me.
Yeah, what you've said. I like what you've said actually, where you're like, more people should come full circle with the fact that the boy child needs help and should help them. And that means then why is it so difficult to accept that then that these mental health things are also
Aki
affecting
usinirudishe
this
hapo.
I'm sorry, I'm not taking you back there. I'm just saying you've already made such an amazing step towards acceptance where there's need for help. So I think then you're not that far away from accepting that this help stretches
Hakuna.
towards the mental health
Sto-
spectrum.
Story ya mental health is a different
Nakwambia
thing.
huyo kwangi jamaa mbaya ni ujinga tu ni mingi lakini
Yeah.
si umesikia like,
Naona ana
he's,
pole pole tu
he's trying.
anahitaji tu kusikiza a bit more.
Exactly. Anajaribu by the way. Tumetoka naye mbali sana. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for being there. I truly appreciate. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment. Let me hear your opinions, what you have to say. And thank you so much for this segment. Umekuwa na sisi. I truly appreciate. Mtu yangu,
Yes.
do you have final words for them?
Oh yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was really fun to have these conversations with you guys. I hope I can visit again and again.
Utakuja tena.
Definitely.
And yeah, for you guys, please like and follow their podcast. It's so much fun.
So, Kenya mini may take away from this just like men don't like failing. Your brother doesn't like failing.
Bro.
Your nephew doesn't like failing. Your father doesn't like failing. So when a man comes to you with a certain problem, akikuja kwambie I'm tired, usually men just don't get tired of stuff. When a man gets tired, it also means that maybe the man is tired with life or something, because I believe that once you give up on life, you can give up in life too. So guys, let's reach out. Mental health is not a gender thing. And as you've heard, share, like, subscribe, comment. And I'm out.